welcome to the 1-6 pack. This is episode 7. We're closing in on double digits here. I am Trevor Williams, 1-6 shooter. In the Mike Brady position is Alice. We have TJ Fry, Capes and Rifles, and tonight, because he was last, usually second, he is now Carol Brady tonight, playing the part of Carol Brady. It's Tom DeGrazia. I have Watu.
I totally thought that you were making a football reference because of the Brady's, and I'm like, I don't understand where you're even going with this.
Mike Brady, Alice, Carol Brady. Come on.
Hey, you know what? I feel like Tom Brady's at that point where he'd be like, you know what? My cousin's really good at football. Just put him on the team.
Probably could.
Episode 7. All right. So we're not live tonight, but we're still going to we got some great stuff here. We're going to do the Brews and news. We got a lot of news. Surprisingly, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm shocked. There's some different stuff in the news this time, besides hot toys. So that should be fun or interesting. Pick up some pre-orders. We're going to talk about all our stuff and where our money's going. And then we're going to have a discussion tonight. It's all off the table. It's been 2 weeks. If you haven't seen the movie, then I don't know what's wrong with you, and you really shouldn't be watching this because
you shouldn't be watching anything on the internet right now because the spoilers for this movie are everywhere.
Exactly that, and if you're watching this, I don't know how you wouldn't have seen this movie at this point, but
yeah.
So it's all off. Spoilers galore. We're going to be talking about it throughout the show, so you were warned. All right, Brews and News, boys. What do we got? TJ?
Hey.
I am having a Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Ooh, you went the classic route, too.
Sponsor of the American Revolution. Right here, guys.
Nothing fancy, but it's nice. It's just nice.
Something's going to be fancy to everybody, and I think for TJ, that's pretty fancy.
All right, sir. All right.
I have some jokes, but we'll wait till.
Yeah, I'll go next. Tom, you always go last. I don't want to go last this time.
All right, fine.
So I have from the Alphabet City Brewing Company, which I don't even. It's in Clifton Park, so yeah, I guess it's called Rapture. And I'm always trying to theme these things. It's getting harder and harder. This is a double platinum blonde ale. It's hoppy. It's definitely a hoppy ale. So Rapture for the people that we lost during Endgame.
I thought you were going to say to Infinity War and then regained in Endgame.
Both. But there was a lot of people raptured. People we didn't care about as much. But
I'm pouring one out for Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly.
Wow.
What? Kratos is amazing. I'm kind of sad that he's been dusted.
I know.
But I have one of my favorite beers ever. It's not themed at all. But I saw this at Whole Foods when I was there a week ago, so I bought a whole bunch of them. It's Mother Earth Brewing Company, which I believe is out here somewhere. I'm not sure. And it is their Syntax, which is a Imperial Peanut Butter Stout.
Ooh, very nice. Really, really nice.
And it's one that there's an awesome place down the street from me that has great rotating taps of local beers and things like that. And something I tried there on draft once, and it's 8.2%, so it's pretty heavy. And one night I just had 6 of them and got shit faced, and it was great. And ever since then, it's become one of my favorite beers.
So is how apparent is the peanut butter?
Not really.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate because I love peanut butter, but the flavors still mix together really well, but It's not a predominant flavor whatsoever.
All right,
it's very smooth.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know how those stouts with the flavors, the raspberries and the coffee's always, you can always taste the coffee, but
coffee's always good. Chocolate's always good. Raspberry sometimes a little too much. I agree with you.
Very much. Yeah. Even the chocolate sometimes. I like it when there's a hint. It's oh yeah, I see. Yeah, there's chocolate there, and that's how I think I would like the peanut butter to be too. So,
but that Young's double chocolate, that's a dessert. That thing is its own separate category.
Yeah, you got to pour that in molds and put that in the oven. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. That is the Brews part of the show. Let's get on to the news here. We got a lot to get through, so we'll get started here. The Tony Stark Avengers team suit. We knew this was coming. Well, we assumed this was coming. Yeah. But how many of them are coming, basically, is the question. we may get to that later too and discuss that a little bit.
I'm going to guess, just in true Hot Toys fashion, where we're going to like get almost a full team, but they're going to leave off like 3 or 4 specific big characters.
I agree with you. Yeah. I mean, well, let's talk about like how do we feel about this to begin with? I mean, is this something we're interested in? Is it something that we like the look of? What's your take, TJ?
I like the look. Really not surprised that this came out. I think they're going to make as much money off us as possible. That's how they roll. I don't know if I'm not sure if I'd buy this. I know a few weeks ago I was like, I buy everything, but it's so scene specific.
Yeah.
I'm like you guys. I'm a photographer first before a collector. How many shots do I have with this?
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks great. I'm gonna bitch about the head sculpt too, though.
Why do they go back and not use the new one that's coming with the 85?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's a big. It's a big what the fuck.
The only thing that would be really cool.
Is it not the same one with the 85?
No, it's the head sculpt from the 50, and the one prior to that, and the one prior to that.
Oh, okay. So one of my bullet points is wrong here because I assumed it was the same one. I was looking at it roughly, and I thought it was the same one.
The paint applications are different.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Now they did say that there was new paint.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but that's what they do every time they reuse a head sculpt is they change the paint up just a slight bit, so they can say something's new about it. But it's the same head sculpt we've gotten numerous times.
Oh, okay. I thought this was the 85 one.
No, the 85 is a head sculpt we don't have in figure form yet. And I think so far the only thing we've seen it with is just the 85.
Well, why the well? Okay. Well, that is a big what the fuck. What the fuck? Why would you not fucking use this for the same fucking movie? What the fuck?
Yeah. Unless this was coming out in I don't know, the fall or something like that, which I don't remember. I didn't even look this up when it's actually
in here somewhere.
I would only understand if it's coming out quick because they're using the head sculpt.
I think it's Q3 2020. Yeah.
So then why not use the same head sculpt? Which I was talking to Sabrina, legendary outlaw, who we've had on. I almost said Spangle Photos. And then I did say it. But anyway, I was talking with her, and she made actually a really good point. She's like, that's probably Hot Toys just trying to cash in on the fact they're like, hey, look, 2 figures dropping at the same time, 2 different head sculpts. If you don't have any of the prior Tony Starks, you're at least getting 2 different head sculpts with it. That's some deep shit. Yeah, it's a weird way to look at it, but it's also a smart.
I'm not sure they're that calculated. I think they basically put it out and the people who I in the comments, the people who were Iron Man collectors is I gotta have it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, hey, it's Tony Stark in an Ant-Man suit. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. That for me, it's it's a no dog. It's just like TJ said, there's just not enough. I mean, I'm not a Marvel guy. I'm no, I kind of am.
You are.
We'll get to that later. But this to me is so scene specific. It just really, like you said, they hardly were in these suits. I mean, the exception of not even Tony, I would say Cap more than anything, because the end scene, he was in it.
I would say that Jeremy Renner was in it the longest probably to anybody.
Okay.
Because we got that test run where he actually is wearing the suit the whole time.
Okay.
Maybe him or Ant-Man, but it is an Ant-Man suit. It's a
I guess in bringing up Steve, I thought because it meant it I don't know, it had some connection. That was the last thing you saw him in, and he comes back and he's not Captain America anymore and blah blah.
You can pretend he's going through time returning stones in your collection or something. Right.
But even then, like you said, TJ, I mean, for to put it on the shelf, I guess representational of the movie, I suppose I would have maybe 1 or 2 of these if I had to be a completist. There's no way I'm getting 5 or 6 of these if they decide to come out with that. And like Tom said, I don't think they will.
It looks really nice, and the only pictures that I could think of taking are with the whole group.
That's exactly. So that's what I'm thinking too.
They're all in. I'm all right, that's cool. But I don't like Trevor said. I don't want 6 of these guys.
But it's going to look great if you want. So one of the things the Avengers and the Justice League, as to 2 of the biggest teams of superheroes, you never get is them all rocking the same kind of styled suits, which you get in a team like the X-Men and stuff like that. So it's kind of really cool in that sense that you'll have an Avengers team that all looks like they go together. However, Iron Man's not wearing an armor. You know, it's kind of weird that Rhodey's wearing armor. It's like, are they really going to do like a Rhodey repainted to look like this to kind of go with this whole?
Probably.
And again, like, it's an argument, but like, yeah, they all have the same outfit, but it's kind of like a spaceman Ant-Man. I don't know.
I like them. I mean, hey, I know a lot of people that I, have reached out to me because I like had said a couple of things about the suit beforehand. And they're like, man, I'm really excited about this. 100% getting this. And I'm like, that's awesome. I can't wait to see it in person because I think it looks great. I like the color scheme. I want to see them all together, but it's not one that I don't need it for my display.
No, I don't know. It was fine as a story. It's something that sort of drove it and made some sense. But I mean, as a figure, it doesn't interest me at all. Is that helmet lit up? Do you think? I didn't see description.
The Ant-Man ones typically are. So I would imagine it does. It says right here, the movie accurate collectible figure features a newly developed helmeted head sculpt with LED light up function.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
That's kind of cool.
And the price, by the way, is $235.
Not going to make me buy it, but it's still kind of cool. So obviously we're getting Cap there. Sorry, I blew by that.
But can we talk about that for a second before you like completely blow by it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how it's so far the same head sculpt again that we've seen since Winter Soldier.
Every comment on all of these recent releases, there's been at least a few dozen comments that we need a new Steve head sculpt. We need a new Steve head sculpt.
I typically hate when people do that stuff. Like, where's
me too. Where's
Drax? Where's this? Or where's that? On these other things. However, this time out, I say bring it on.
Yeah.
I want people to like boycott even pre-ordering that figure until they show off.
It needs a hashtag. It needs a hashtag. New Steve or something like that.
It does have a hashtag, I think.
Yeah. Does it?
Captain, hashtag for Captain, something?
Yeah, something for Captain, I think is what it is.
New sculpt for Captain or something like
that? All the comments I saw had a hashtag after it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. The damaged helmet is, okay.
It'd be cool if it had like the light up function in the damage sculpt. I mean, that would be really kind of cool.
One I saw on OSR.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that.
But as soon as you get two sculpts, that 220 or 230, 240 mark has been hit, and you're not getting many accessories after that. So a light up accessory like this would be in the 260.
Yeah, but they don't shy away from the 260 price range anymore. Half the figures coming out these days are 260, 265. Yeah,
but if you're sitting in the boardroom and you go, well, if we light this thing up, we can sell it for 270. Do you think people are paying 270 for this look?
Make it a DX version then on top of the regular. And say this one comes with a light up helmet and the other one doesn't come with the helmet.
I gotta think that they're thinking this is really a narrow target audience for this.
If it was, then it would be a movie promo edition. I think. Because this is a regular release. This isn't a movie promo. And they're billing it as team suit. So I think they think that these are going to be big sellers because it's the team wearing a themed suit.
Yeah, I got news for you. I don't think so.
No, I agree. I mean, I agree.
I don't think so.
I think it looks good, though, for just a Tony Stark figure.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a situation where you've got him in armor, so you've got the armor already. I mean, really the only person you don't have that's probably not something, well, we're going to talk about that later too, but even in an outfit is going to be Thor that you're going to come out with for this movie. You've come out with everything else, so... But like TJ said earlier, I think this is, at this point, everything in the kitchen sink is going to come out for this movie because people, and sooner than Shazam. Because
they not even shown Shazam yet. I am still waiting for that.
I think they're trying to crank out as many promotional pics as they can of this stuff.
They're riding the wave. Shazam will be shown when the Blu-ray drops, that kind of thing.
Exactly. So do we know a price on this yet? Has it come up for pre-order or no? Not yet.
Yeah, $235.
Oh, $235. Wow. Okay, I was off by $5. All right. And we'll get into whether who we think is going to come out with this look later on.
No, Cap's next. They have to do. They'll do. What's her name? I think too. Scarlett Johansson. I think is an easy yes for that.
Yeah. I don't know why that flew by, my mistake, but Pepper Pot's rescue armor. So there's a Hong Kong installation. I don't know where this is. And people actually in Hong Kong were saying, where the hell is this place? But apparently there's some life-size figures and things like that. And they have displays of the Hot Toys. And here's the rescue armor with, Pepper Pot's rescue armor. So unannounced, which is unusual for Hot Toys to put something out for everybody to see without saying, hey, here it is. I mean, unless it's like, hey, this is something we're teasing and we're never going to produce this thing, which is a possibility.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I mean, they've done
they
this.
Usually reserve that for like SDCC or, some of the
so they show Poe Dameron at a show just like this, and we never saw anything. We saw Baze also. They like to do with Star Wars a lot too. So we've seen them do this a bunch where they'll do shows, they'll show off a figure, and then a pre-order will never come. Although I think because this is an Iron Man, technically, it's an easy, we'll see
done
this
deal.
probably in a week.
Yeah, done deal.
I was shocked that, because these pictures leaked, or not leaked, because these aren't leaks. These pictures came out yesterday.
Yep.
I thought that for sure we were going to see it last night.
Me too. I kept refreshing their page all day long. And I'm like, I can't believe they're not announcing this. I mean, just announce it. But I mean, it could be one of those things that they're testing the waters with something like this, Do
you guys think you'll get Rescue for your collections? I know yours is kind of just budgeting, like beginning, Trevor, but
you asked, because for me, probably not. I mean, I can't, unless I see something where they do a movie that's, based around some of the female characters.
If they do that, though, they're going to re-release this for that movie. If they do an A-Force, then it's going to be, here's the A-Force armor version of Rescue.
True enough. Yeah. There'll be a whole new thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. TJ, what do you think? Is this
it's a maybe. I feel like, Hot Toys is testing me with these last announcements. The Avengers suit, Rescue. It's a maybe.
It's a maybe. Okay. Do you think we'll get an unmasked sculpt with this, or a Pepper Pot sculpt, or
we'll
not?
get a visor up? Yeah. The whole helmet doesn't come off in the movie.
Okay. Yeah, that's true, right? She flips it up. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And I'm going to guess around the 240, 250 range probably for something like that.
Diecast, man. They don't do Iron Man that's not diecast anymore. This thing's going to be in the three. Yeah. This is going to be in the
350.
Oh, you think over 3?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Diecast is going to be 350, 360.
You really?
Dude, Iron Man is 410. So why would she be $100 less?
Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess so.
I don't think they don't do plastic Iron Man stuff.
I guess they don't do it anymore. Yeah, I suppose. Don't they do? Aren't there partial ones? Aren't some of the War Machines partially diecast?
Yeah, but even those are still like high threes, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely a no for me on that, if that's the case. It looks cool, though.
The interesting thing to me was the 49, because so if the 50
I thought that was 60.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what number of 4 is upside down.
6H.
So, like, if the Infinity War armor is the 50,
yeah,
but yet we see in the movie him starting working on this after he returns. I don't understand how the numbering works out, unless this was like a twinkle in his eye, like sketches on his computer before Infinity War kind of kicked off. I don't know, but like, Iron Man doesn't seem to be, or Tony Stark doesn't seem to be the type to work on something and let it sit for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been through how many armors in, how many years? So
like, I'm familiar with the movies and everything. Obviously, I've watched them all several times. But like, has there ever been like she was reluctantly involved with the armor in what, 2 and 3?
No, that's 3. 3 is when she rescues him while his place in Melbourne is exploding. Yeah.
But has there ever been a time where it's been like, yeah, I'm building you a suit, and I thought she was always kind of the way they played it off is she was reluctant for him to even be. I mean, even in this movie, like, you better, or the last movie, you better come home. You get off that ship, and it's basically like, why would you need a suit? You know what I mean?
Because it's in the comic books and people want to see it.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not. I know. Sometimes I get caught up in that whole
I know things making sense in the actual film universe. As
I had fun with it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, but I just.
Hey, her fighting with Tony back to back, and they're both shooting all those like lasers out was one of the coolest.
It was fucking cool. That was cool, for sure.
But no, I agree with you. It's the Gwyneth Paltrow Pepper Potts does not seem the type to want to wear the armor.
Absolutely.
However, I feel like the entire planet is on the line. I think if she could step up, she would step up.
Yeah, so absolutely. Yeah,
I think that's where they're kind of going with it.
That's true. That's a good motivation. I mean, because she's talking about composting or something the last time we saw her. Rocket. So this is Endgame Rocket, which I really like these guns. I really like the little pistol guns with Rocket. I mean, that was always like a comic book early look.
Yeah.
I love the scarf. I don't know. Does any of the other ones come with the scarf? I can't remember now, right?
No, this is actually, what was that, TJ?
They're scarfless.
Yes.
Yes.
He usually has like these shoulder straps that kind of come down. But this is like a comic accurate costume.
Absolutely.
And I'm all about this thing.
Yep. I have the miniseries. I read it back when everybody's like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? When he was on that planet of, what was it, Ood or something like that? Like where it was all just this insane.
Doctor Who? He wasn't like fighting Ood with Doctor Who.
It was a planet he was on that was like basically an insane asylum. I have to look it up. Yeah. Something like that though. It was a great comic. Anyway, so again, unannounced, which again, it's like, why not put this out? You know, if you've got this ready to go, like take the money, man. This
is the second time that they've shown this figure too.
Is it this version? Yeah.
This photo is from a previous display. He's also on display where Rescue is right now too.
Okay.
So they've done 2 shows so far where they've kind of featured their Endgame figures.
I know there was a blurry one at one point that was very small and you could sort of see it and it was like, oh, that's Rocket. But I
think this picture is from then, but like,
oh, really? Okay,
a little later, yeah.
But this looks great. I really dig this.
TJ, you gonna get him?
100%. And
yeah, me too.
And
this is an easy day one pre-order.
How do you feel about? All right. So again, I'm the guy. We're gonna get to the stuff, but you know, I'm trying to build like an Avengers team. Like,
well, you need a Guardians team as well, obviously.
If maybe I were to want to, I'm just saying if build a Guardians team.
Yep.
Would it be kosher to pick this up along with say volume 2's Star-Lord?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you don't think he was wearing the same clothes every day going through space, do you?
True enough.
All he wears is that blue jumpsuit. Right. No, it's because we're seeing that movie takes place in a 24-hour period. Yeah. So we're only seeing that one jumpsuit, but I'm sure he has multiple outfits that he wears.
One would hope as a raccoon with full of hair and that's going to smell after a while. But I mean, I love the idea of building like the definitive team of the best looking figure that in my opinion anyway.
Well, that's why I will never get rid of my volume 1 Groot because I want adult Groot.
Absolutely.
I want this Rocket to be hanging off of that adult Groot, and that is my perfect to comic / movie ratio of this is the ideal versions of these 2 characters.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I would definitely pick up that adult Groot unless by some miracle of the way he's growing, he's adult in the next film, which is a possibility because it's going to be like a year and a half from now or something like that. 2 years.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit.
Yeah. So that I've also seen the. I know we're knockoffs are not cool, kids, but there is a knockoff Groot that looks pretty damn good. I got to say.
I will say one thing that I'm a little displeased with this is the fact that they're reusing the same head sculpt from Volume 2. I kind of wish that there's a couple of expressions that I feel like Rocket is kind of very much like kind of known for, like a smirk, or even just he's there's a lot of somber moments where it's him holding Nebula's hand or holding Drax's like hand or something like that, and it's just no teeth. Like his other head sculpt,
I was going to say, like that snide when he's making a comment, like he's like, I'll get that gun, I'll get that arm, what I mean? That kind of thing.
Exactly.
Like, I love that look. It's true. Yeah.
I mean, great to get one more expression in the bank with this.
Maybe they'll come out with another one, but It's Hot Toys, so probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
That is Rocket.
I'm going to imagine he's going to be the same price as the Volume 2 Rocket, so like sub early like 200s range.
And I'm going to say they're not going to release another Groot, right? I mean, what's the point of that, really? I mean, unless the 2-pack, they want to sell some more 2-packs, I suppose, to people who didn't get the first one.
Then he wouldn't be. It would be him and like Rhodey as a 2-pack, or him and.
I thought about that, but I don't think they do that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, no, Groot only comes back at the end, but
for like one scene to hide with Rocket. It seemed like.
But it's money.
Yep.
All right. There's the not a secret, not a big surprise accessories that came with Cap Endgame. Shield looks cool. Now he comes with a solid shield, right? Too. Am I forgetting?
Yes, he does come with a solid shield. Yeah.
So that's really cool. Is it? It must be the lighting there, but the body looks considerably darker than the helmet. Is that the case, or?
No, I think it's the lighting.
Yeah, I think so.
My guess.
Right,
I mean,
like
it could be.
It looks like a yellow lighting because even Mjolnir looks a little yellow there.
Yep. TJ, did you order this? I can't remember.
It's on my pre-order list for Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
It's not, the pricing isn't that bad from the website I'm ordering from now. I'll share it with you guys later. The
I
markup.
said that last time. Yeah, definitely.
Well, no one reminded me.
I know.
I mean, after these shows, like I keep drinking and go to bed. So,
so I thought this was, when I first saw it, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm like, well, I'll see what your opinion is, but I'm a little on the fence about it. I'm like, I've never played. I know God of War, but I've never played the game. I don't have time to play video games at this point. Barely breathe, but this is pretty nice. This is Mondo, who put out the He-Man 6-scale figures and
Ninja Turtles, Iron Giant. They've done it,
right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a great photograph there. I like that.
Yeah, the last one was posed really, really badly.
Terribly.
Like, where's my walker? Bring me my walker, boy.
Yeah, that he was kicking out a fart or something like that. But then I saw that, I don't know, like
it looks like he forgot his top layer of dentures in this photo. Yeah,
that and like the very thick hairs of the beard, like it's nicely sculpted, but they look a little like, I'd almost take a little less, separation and depth for a little bit smaller particles. You know what I mean? They look very thick.
It looks like a spaghetti beard.
It does.
It looks like someone made this in like Play-Doh. And
it does. Yeah, this is almost one that you'd, if you got it, you'd want to like hair, have it re-haired or something. But I honestly, it'd be a difficult task. And I don't know, the expression on it, I don't like it as much as like the NECA one. It's not.
It needs to be. It keeps killing me.
Old.
He's supposed to be old. This is old Kratos.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kratos in the early games was young. He didn't have a child.
He didn't have a beard, right? Yeah.
No, he did not have a beard. He had like a goatee or something like that. Did he have a goatee? I don't know. I have a figure of him downstairs.
Yeah.
No. So this is specifically old Kratos.
Okay.
So he's supposed to look old, but this makes him look like an extra like 20 years older because it really looks like he's missing his teeth.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like show.
I mean, you got that big Wilford Brimley stash going over the top of it. So,
yeah.
I don't know what the Leviathan axe and the Blades of Chaos.
So the Blades of Chaos are his traditional weapon from the early games.
Mm-hmm.
That, spoiler alert, don't show up in this game until midway through, and it's like a huge reveal because you are working with a Leviathan axe most of the time, and it's your wife's, who's passed away before the game started, her axe, and it's revealed that she's, I won't spoil anymore because if you haven't played this game, you really should. It's amazing.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's it. It needs both of them, and it's kind of sad that they're both pre-order exclusives because I feel like if you're going to get Kratos, especially this Kratos, you need both weapons.
Okay. All right.
It's key to the game. They're key to the character. They're key to the story. And it's like one of those things where like, why would you even do one without the Blades of Chaos. So it says upgraded Leviathan axe. So I'm presuming the regular comes with a regular.
Yeah,
Leviathan?
no. I think it comes with. I actually think it comes with the Blades of Chaos as well. But they're the. I didn't put it on here, but there's some sort of upgraded version of the Blades of Chaos, like they're fully charged or something like that. I don't remember what the description was, to be honest with you, but it was like okay. So they do come with it. So to your point, I guess you need them, but these are like the super charged version of them, whatever, in addition. So, and that's
okay, because the blades in the game don't change. The axe changes. So I'm kind of shocked that there's
really?
an upgraded version of the blades.
I'm
looking at it now.
Yeah, look it up. Yeah, because I mean, there's a description of them, and I'm pretty sure maybe it was just the axe that was upgraded.
Oh, so no, I mean the Blades of Chaos come on Sideshow, so I mean,
okay,
I'm guessing he comes with the blades then.
Yeah, look at Mondo though. Take a look at Mondo.
I'm doing that now too. Oh, okay, so they're all right. So that's true. At the very end of the game, right? Yeah, they're gold. They're like gold hilted.
Right. Okay.
You work with some great dwarves in that game that at the end they up your arsenal to a great degree.
Gotcha. And the mirror is a Norse god of some sort, or
I forget what god he is, but yeah, that's him. And he's it's great because most of the game, well, for the early parts of the game, it's just you and your son walking around, and it's kind of like a dialogue between just those two characters. And all of a sudden, you come across Mimir, who's tied to a tree, and there's only one way to release him. But because he's a god, if you chop off his head, he still talks and is sentient and can do everything he can normally do.
Oh, I see.
So just chop off his head, strap him to his waist, and he becomes a member of your party, and he adds so much to the world.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's cool.
So Q1 2020, 235. It's cool looking. It's interesting. I did think about getting the NECA version a couple times just because it looked really cool, even though I don't know much about the game. But yeah,
I've been wanting. This has been on my list for what figures do you want to see Hot Toys doing, kind of thing. And I've been wanting a 6 scale this version of Kratos because it's an amazing version of it. And then I saw the one by Mondo. It was shown at Comic-Con last year. And, I was like, okay, that's okay. I'm still waiting for a Hot Toys one, but now I'm like, it's not going to happen because Mondo's doing the 6 scale.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I mean, I'm considering it.
What are you hesitant about? The sculpt mainly?
The sculpts, yeah. The sculpts don't look as good as they could.
Yeah.
Really is the only thing that's kind of preventing me.
I mean, I like the way they're doing the bodies. I mean, it looks very much like maybe not as exaggerated as the He-Man body, I suppose, but
yeah. That's the one thing I do actually like about it is the fact that I know that if Hot Toys did it, it would be a seamless body, which would kill me and I wouldn't want to get it. Right. So I really should just bite the bullet and just get this one.
I think you should.
Thanks.
I think it looks cool. I mean, if I was a bigger fan of the game, I'd probably pick this up too. And who knows? Maybe I will. I don't know. It just looks like it would be fun to photograph.
Yeah, I can see you doing something.
The second one looks so great. You almost don't need, the one.
Which second one would you do though? Would you do the original one, or would you do the 2-pack one? Because the original one looks better, but the 2-pack one comes with his son, which is integral.
Again, I don't know the game, so I wouldn't be going off. I'd probably use him as some sort of Mythic Legions foe or something like that. You know what I mean? For photos anyway. He just looks cool. For me, not recreating the game.
I kind of wish that Mondo showed off at least an inkling of wanting to do Atreus, his son, because I feel like you get that Kratos, you need his partner. It's like you are controlling both of them.
Yeah. Well, you never know. I mean, maybe they're dripping it out a little bit, to get you to, they're not Sideshow or Hot Toys, so they got to stretch them out, I suppose. TJ, any interested in that?
It looks great. Not a yes, not a no at this point. Yeah, just like the Tony Stark team suit.
Yeah. So Flash, Tom, you were like, I saw your story about this. You're pretty.
I'm very excited for this. I mean, the only thing that has me worried is that it's Sideshow collectibles. But other than that, I really like the look of it. It's so comic booky and classic. Yeah. It's the Flash that I mean, I really want a CW Flash more than anything because I like that show. Mm-hmm. It would fit more with my more realistic takes of characters.
Yeah.
But if I can't get that, comic book one would be the next best. And I like the look of this.
Yeah, it's nice as long as the knees hold up.
I'm worried about the joints. Like my Wolverine, I remembered I dangled it on one of these shows before, and I'm worried that I can't have the Flash's knees and ankles being super loose.
Here's what I don't understand. So, like we've talked about this before, but I took out Darth Maul the other day. I was going to use him for something, and had him set up, and it was fine. He was but my God, every time I went to like just adjust the upper body or the arms, I mean, he would just collapse. He would just like a puddle. You know what I mean? The knees would just give out. The ankles would just give out, and I don't know what they're using. I mean, for the love of God, there's $15 bodies that you can pick up off of eBay that are more solid than these bodies. Like, what are you doing, man? I really don't get it. It boggles my mind.
And it kind of scares me that this right here is the most range that they show from his legs. I'm like, can he not do a full running pose? Like, at least with the Hot Toys movie version, in the full armor, they show him fully running out and like the posing and whatnot. They're not doing the classic, here's the Flash running at you kind of pose.
I don't know. This suit doesn't look inflexible, though. I mean, this doesn't look like the modern movie things that are shiny and that heavier plastic. I mean, this just looks like a cloth. I can't imagine that you couldn't get him into some of that pose like that.
And this is like an updated version from the one that they showed at a convention way back where it was a different type of material. Like, this is more of like a spandexy material. So you think that they chose this so he can get into those poses?
Or movement, yeah.
Show those poses.
And I'm wondering is that foot flexible, or does it come with a couple of different feet?
It looks like it is sculpted that way.
Yeah, it doesn't look flexible. Yeah.
I don't remember saying that it comes with.
That's a two-piece. That's a two-piece boot. That's not a one-piece boot.
Yes, that is a two-piece boot.
Yeah.
Well, I have Sideshow up. I'll look.
I'm, lightning effects. It's cool. That'll be great for pictures.
Yeah. It's kind of it's key for, like, again, I do a lot of that stuff digitally, but it's key for displays and.
Now you said, and I was shocked. I was a little surprised. Like, you don't like this blank eye look. You like the other look because you want a more realistic thing to go with the rest of your.
I don't mind. No, so I like the blank eye look. That's fine. If he had a different expression, it's the exact same expression as the other.
I didn't take that away. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's the same smirk. If you did, okay. So the eyeless version is him like maybe not smirking or looking more stern or
some teeth gritting or something, like he's running or something like that, and
I mean, I get it. The Flash is usually a more lighthearted character kind of deal, than have him doing full out smile or something. I don't know. It's just,
I guess it's more of a choice between, you have a choice between a realistic and a comic looking version of it. Yeah. So I suppose I always like the blank eye.
Running feet, standard feet. So you get two sets of feet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They didn't have a pre-order the other day when I put this up. I should have checked today.
He's for pre-order now. He's $225.
$225.
That's the exclusive version. That's this version here.
Yeah, it's $220 and $225. Like, for $5, why would you not just?
Yeah. Even though I don't like the fact that it's the same expression, I'm gonna obviously go for the $5 more.
$5.
Yeah,
that's a cup of coffee.
I love the finger pointing and the thumbs up. I kind of wish that you kind of got it on both sides instead of just one style.
Yeah,
that's the photographer in me more than anything. Because sometimes I just want to change angles.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that too. Yeah, it is nice though. That's nice that they included some non-standard looking hand positions. The
weird thing though is that the joints on the hands are molded in red. Why would you mold them in skin tone?
Oh, the pegs. Yeah.
Because you'll see them at some point.
Well, it looks like Well, I mean, when you're probably. Yeah. Yeah, really. I don't know if that's like a less stable whether you'd have to paint that, like, I know there's some colors, I don't even know if that's the case anymore, but it used to be that there's some colors of plastic that like aren't as stable as others.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you print it in a certain color, that color can't be, because the dye penetrates.
To me, it was more like the place that they're getting these produced at is
you could easily paint them, but that would. I think. I mean, any kind of crazy pose is going to be.
So one other nice thing though about the two head sculpts were that the wings are different on the ears.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that? Now what is the difference?
Throughout all of the comics, the ear wings have changed ever so slightly. So they just
the comic version, it's a little more like exaggerated or something.
I don't know. I haven't like researched exactly what. Yeah. The eyeless version is more of a curved back, and the other one's more of like just three kind of
like a piece of metal or something like that. Yeah, gotcha. Cool. That's nice. That's nice. So this is interesting. Like Asmus always like kind of. Sometimes I just tilt my head and like, okay. Like, I mean, I'm assuming this is an unlicensed thing, much like their Laura from Logan.
I don't understand how they're doing unlicensed things.
Well, I know because they have licenses. It's like, I mean, I cannot imagine that Leon the Professional being as old as that movie is, that the license would be that expensive to get.
It might just be Natalie Portman might have her own likeness, right?
Could definitely be the case. That was as I say. It could be just the actress. Although I'm not sure how much control you have over that. That would be interesting to find out. I'd love to get somebody on, and I think I know somebody that we could talk to about this. Just about that aspect of it, like whose permission do you have to get here? I'm sure that they have to approve it, but I mean, I'm thinking if the studio says, yeah, you can, whatever you want, you can do from this movie. They own the rights to the likenesses in the movie, pictures from the movie. I don't know.
So knowing how at least poster design works a little bit, there is an overall movie rights, and then each actor's contract varies from contract to contract.
Right.
Where some of them own their own likeness rights,
okay,
and some of them don't. Some of them sign it away to the film, so whatever the film gives the rights. So okay. I'd imagine it's the same. I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, you'd think that something like this, and who knows, maybe her parents or whoever her management was on it. That I think this is like her first movie role, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, like they got that lined up. They got that all sealed up for her likeness, but who knows? Anyway, it's obviously unlicensed. They're not using the name, although on the site they say inspired by.
Yeah.
Matilda from Leon the Professional, which it's quite inspired. It's a decent likeness.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's pretty good. I would love to see this as a haired sculpt, but it'd probably be tough to get that to poof out like that bob there. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this. I know there are people out there. There's been a couple customs of Leon and this figure and Matilda, I think, at one point. So it's a nice, cheap alternative if you need that to go with it.
How much is she going for?
I will tell you in a second. I think I'll tell you in a second. It's pretty
photo looks pretty good, likeness-wise.
Oh,
wow. That's really cheap, actually.
Yeah, and you get there's a lot of accessories. So and Asmus's clothes are really well done. So you know that the outfits are going to be pretty decent.
Well, it's an older movie, so the style back at the time was very baggy clothing anyway. So it's going to style fine. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, they do a good job with the details and getting things right, which is nice. 145. I mean, it seems like they have this Girl Crush series. They're calling it. So I'm wondering what else is going to come out with this. That's going to be, I guess, unlicensed. I don't know who else they got in line. It's interesting. I mean, maybe they started and stopped, but who knows? I don't know. I'm going to guess they.
I'd imagine it keeps going. I don't know who or what of the characters would be in this series either, but
I can't think of anybody else. I don't know. That's not. You're not going to have a major, issue with a big license.
Hit Girl.
Hit Girl.
I can see Hit Girl. Totally.
Yeah,
that's a good call.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That's true. But wait a minute, didn't somebody do Hit Girl? Wasn't that licensed?
Did they?
Didn't Hot Toys do that line?
I haven't seen it.
Not Hot Toys, no.
Wait, I've seen a Kick-Ass, right?
Somebody did Kick-Ass, and it wasn't Hot Toys?
No, I don't know. It wasn't Hot Toys.
Can somebody look that up?
I'm doing it right now.
It wasn't anybody small because it was licensed. It wasn't a knockoff. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was a licensed. I could have sworn it was Hot Toys too. It didn't do well.
Medicom.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, we've seen
Yeah. I knew somebody had a licensed version.
And some other people have made some
yeah.
versions, of
Definitely
course,
not.
too.
All right, so this came out like a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago, but we didn't talk about it, so I thought it was kind of interesting. It's not something I'm going to buy into, but I just thought...
I think it's cool. I mean, if you're going to do... No one else is going to do Ned. So this is like the perfect thing for...
Correct. Right. And in talking about knockoffs that... And hey, listen, what they've done here is... Well, I mean, you can make... Well, you don't even have to make the argument. It's there that they're ripping off a license with the Spider-Man. I was thinking like maybe they're kind of saving themselves because they didn't do a likeness of the actor, but they've taken a bigger hit by
like putting themselves even more in the line of fire.
A bigger company that will totally sue them if they feel like it, which they probably don't. But yeah, this is kind of cool, which makes me wonder why they just didn't do a Ned like sculpt. But
yeah,
this is a lot cheaper to do. But kind of cool.
I don't see this one. I mean, I think it's great. I don't see it selling out and making gangbusters. So maybe that's why they didn't want to make a Ned sculpt, because it's a lot of work for something that's not going to sell.
I saw a lot of people like, yes, Ned, this is great, Ned, so
yeah,
I don't know.
See a lot of people be like 100% pre-order day one, kind of like that kind of talk, or is it just be like, I like Ned because I like Ned, but I'm not going to buy a Ned figure.
You're right. Well, again, I think this is and I put the price down, I think, but I forget, but it's dirt cheap. I mean, it's not an expensive piece, and it looks good. I mean, even just as if you can, you're able to pop another head on here fairly easily. It just makes a great body, and I'm wondering if this isn't the Kim Jong-il body, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know.
It's the Fat Thor body.
Well, there you go, dude. Right there. There you go. You extend those legs.
I'm hoping hoping he's shorter than Thor.
Yeah, but you put extenders on those. Fat Thor, done.
Yep.
For Thor.
The eyes don't look great. I mean, they're kind of popping out from the skull, but it's not bad. I love this take on
the cheeseburger
Sideshow. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant. Very good.
Though I mean, like,
well done.
Cheeseburgers come in so many different sizes. Like, is that a McDonald's cheeseburger? Is that a gourmet cheeseburger?
They spelled it out at 10 centimeters, so
I'm sorry, I don't know what 10 centimeters is. I think we saw it like damn it. Exactly, unapologetically, I guess.
Your metric system. Good Lord, they've been trying to push that on us for 40 years. Yeah, I
wish it took before I was born. Oh, 105 is really good.
Dude, it started when I was in school. I've already dated myself a million times on the show, but yeah, it was like, it's a no-go. I could tell everybody in class when we were learning this thing, it was just like, yeah, this is not happening. This is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
Do you, side tangent to this, do you have the Toy Works Cage on here? Luke Cage?
Oh no, I just saw that though.
Okay.
I just saw it yesterday and I didn't have a chance to put it in, and I wasn't sure how new it was, but it looks
it's brand new. I think it just went up for pre-order maybe.
Yeah.
It's not the one what Toys R Us did the first one.
Right.
So this is the new one, and like because of that line, because the show is canceled and whatnot, there's never a chance that Hot Toys is going to do Luke Cage, I think, at this point.
Right.
So I'm already thinking, I'm like, this is a good time to maybe jump in on get this one. So yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thought is, you're not going to get it from Hot Toys, but how much do you want it from a show that's, had 2 seasons and is not?
I want it from a show that has two and a half. If you think of Defenders, I like Luke Cage as a character.
Yeah, me too.
I really want him with my Avengers. Because he was a main player in the Avengers for a while.
Yeah. And the Defenders. All right. So, any interest? TJ, do you have Homecoming?
Spider-Man.
Homecoming Spider-Man.
I've got 2 Homecoming Spider-Man.
You have 2 Homecoming Spider-Man. Perhaps they'd like to meet my Anakins.
No, well, they would be intimidated because you have like 8 Anakins.
It's getting more and more every episode.
They're multiplying in the background.
You have a dozen Anakins. No, I have 2 Homecoming Spider-Man because I thought I would fuck up like one of them with all my posing.
Oh, I thought you meant like you had the Homecoming homemade suit and then the Homecoming.
But I also bought 2 Homecoming suits. Spider-Man.
Wow, you have 4 Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
Oh fuck, yes I do.
So you have as many as he has Anakin's.
No, you have more than I have Anakin's.
So you have 4 Anakins. You said.
No, 3 Anakins. I have 3.
Oh, what?
At last count.
Spider-Man is my favorite character.
So would you get this like for Ned or anything like that?
For $105?
Why not?
Like it depends how I feel, but like like I could actually photograph this.
It'd be kind of a cool shot. You know what I mean?
Cool
like
photograph.
Yeah,
so,
but it's one shot for $105. You know what I mean? It's like
you could take at least 3.
I'd spread that $105. You know what I mean? Like 5
I just think there's a lot you could do with the body afterwards if you can get another head on there. I don't know how that construction is, but
Also, Ned is in the next movie.
Yeah.
If you can get a Ned head sculpt, so there's going to be plenty more.
I can't imagine that although these things take a while and there's a lot of more pertinent things I think in front of them, but I can't imagine somebody wouldn't do. Whether it's on, like 11 or somebody like that.
11's not doing a Ned.
No. Like a third party.
You don't know that, Tom. You don't know that.
Good
third
point.
party sculptor doing a head that 1/6 kid has. You know what I mean? It may not be great, but it's a Ned. You know what I mean? To go with this.
I have something important to say.
Okay.
For the 3 Filipino viewers out there that are watching this, this third party Ned. Fat Man is the first Filipino action figure.
Really?
Fucking
no. Is it really?
Like
I didn't know Ned was Filipino.
I didn't know Ned was Filipino either.
That's Filipino.
Oh.
Like not obviously not in the comic books, but
well, Ned isn't the same character that he is in the comic books anyway.
Yeah.
So.
What is Ned's last name in the comic books again? It's Leeds. Ned Leeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going, but that Ned is actually the Ned that they're putting in the movies is the character from Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales' friend, not Ned Leeds. Like they took the name and made it a different character in the books.
Interesting.
Yes, first 1/6 scale Filipino figure, and he had to be fat.
That is sad. That's sad. Yeah. Probably some other food that they should have put him up against than a hamburger too. If that's the case. There's better Filipino food than a hamburger.
Than a hamburger, yes.
What is this?
So I thought this was interesting because I love this character in the comics.
Me too.
I love the Black Cat. So this is the Catwoman, which how is that like saving yourself from?
That's not at all.
It's like that was one thing that I loved about it. It's like let's call it Catwoman so nobody knows it's Black Cat. I think you'd have a better chance with Black Cat actually not getting sued.
Oh, costume is sculpted on, because I was gonna say that body looks real weird.
Yeah, that's a Fison for sure, or something like that. One of those Fison seamless bodies. But it doesn't look bad. I'm sure this is cheap as fuck in terms of the material that's being used and getting it on a Fison. If you've ever tried to put anything on one of those seamless things with a tight skin, like I had Furiosa. And I had to like redress it because like I put peg extenders on the legs.
Yeah.
What a fucking pain in the ass, man. I mean, I hadn't had too much of a problem, but people was like powdering the legs and it's a nightmare. So I can't imagine this is going to be fun, but it looks pretty good.
Besides the weird chest issue, that's happening there. Like that's a lot of weird.
It's a little bit. It's a little too revealing.
But it's not even that. It's like there's like a whole human body of space in between where her chest actually.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Besides that, this actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
I think they had the neck bent back here, but I don't know if this is the best body. I would get something a little less augmented, let's say.
I mean, if you're going comic accurate, she's one of those characters that does have the big augments.
Bada boom.
It looks like the chick from Arrow, though. It looks like they're Black Canary from Arrow.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a reused sculpt, but I mean, kind of cool because this is the only place you're going to get something with like this blonde, platinum white hair look. Yeah. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't have a Spider-Man, so it's probably not something I'm going to get, but not bad for $95.
That's not bad. But then you have to also factor in a body too that you have to buy.
Yeah, those are getting really cheap now that other companies besides Fison are doing them. They're maybe 50, 60 bucks.
The chest looks a little less weird there.
Yeah, I think there's a zipper, but I don't think they've had it. I wish it just kind of came up and just covered the major cleavage because it would look a little more comic accurate. But
this looks like what OSR looks like half the day.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. They know who they're marketing to.
Yeah.
But,
it looks good though. I mean, the suit looks pretty good. It looks comic accurate. It actually kind of looks like they took the because with the hexagonal patterning, it looks like the suit from the game a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh maybe yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of decent. This I think is super cool.
I'm getting this.
Are you getting it? Yeah, I picked one up.
Getting this.
Totally picked it up because I mean we'll see why, but it's just like, yeah, there's no body. You're probably not getting a scroll, outfit or anything unless Hot Toys decides to do something. Yeah. But the fun part is what you can do with this, and I think it's $39 or something.
It's super cheap for. I mean, I paid that much for a 1/12 scale.
Where'd you get it?
Yeah,
1/6 kit and other places. I know
it's on 1/6 kit.
Has it, not to give them a free ad, but they do have 1/6 kit has it. And it's coming out in September, October. This is so cool. I mean, just doing this with it, putting it on. This is gonna be great for photos.
Yep. So it's funny because I've seen some people.
I think we need to sync up and do it together because we're all going to be doing it.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be great if we all just brought all of our characters together and had an army of scrolls kind of coming in different Avengers.
Yeah.
I'll bring my Punisher.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, I have a half broken Punisher that I could bring.
I think I'm getting the Punisher, dude. I think I've been talking to your man there who's selling.
Fuck yeah figures.
Fuck yeah.
Is that who you're buying it from?
I don't know. Is that his name? I forget. I don't know.
Well, his real name's Paris.
Yeah, okay. But his screen name is Fuck Yeah Figures.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
It's spelled the PH, but yeah, it's
okay.
Fuck Yeah.
I was just like, hey, do you have Punisher?
You getting it, Trevor?
I think so, yeah. I asked him for some pics, but I told him I wanted it, so we'll see.
Awesome.
He's a good dude. I like that guy.
New Yorker.
$34, man. I mean, for hands and a painted sculpt, I mean, you cannot go wrong. I mean, how great is that? That's great.
Yeah.
Love it. Totally love it. Definite buy. That's a great, and this is a great thing for third party. They're not really knockoffs per se because you're not,
you can't say this is a knockoff because this is just hands. You're just buying that hand set.
Correct. And this, quite frankly, for Infinity War, I almost feel like this should have come with the Hot Toy, like a DX version of the Hot Toy.
Well, you did. You just got a cardboard cutout of this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's lame.
I couldn't believe when I saw so many people that were talking about like, oh, you get all the hands. I'm like, yeah, on a sheet of paper that stands behind me. Like, wait, what? It's not actually like an accessory? I'm like, no, look at the pictures.
That would have been, I mean, for this, I'm surprised at the price of this, but for Hot Toys to produce this, you would have been looking at another $125 for that.
Yeah,
probably. Now, what I'm wondering is, I know there was somebody that produced this as a make it yourself, paint it yourself.
Yep. Which I almost bought it from him, but it was like $110 buying it directly.
I'm like, you know what? I look at these things. I have a pile of shit that is like, I'm going to paint this. I'm going to get this and I'm going to paint it. And I don't know how to paint things.
I've learned that about myself too. I have a lot of things sitting there waiting to be painted that don't get painted.
So many great things too. That droid from, I can't remember who made that. The little stock droid. Anyway, I have that half painted. It's just like all these things that I need to paint. But anyway, I knew I wasn't going to fucking paint all these hands. So I saw this and I'm like, yeah, for sure. Done. It looks great. I mean, cloth on the arms. I mean, I was talking to Sabrina too, Legendary Outlaw, and I was asking her if she was going to get it. And she's like, yeah, I probably wouldn't display it with it. So, what's the point? And I'd take a picture with it once. And I get that, but it's almost like, if I go to sell it someday, it's kind of like a bonus.
Yeah.
I still don't understand the magnet. So does the magnet something you have to put on the figure?
So the magnet is you're going to have one set of arms that are underneath the cape.
Right.
So like you'll have your normal set of arms, and you'll have another set of arms underneath the cape with one polarity of the magnets, and you have all the rest with the other polarity, and so they attach to the cape. So the cape is what holds them in place.
The cape has a magnet?
No, so the hands come in two parts.
Yes.
One set of arms.
Yep.
And 8 other arms or something like that. Yeah. And so when you bring them together, they make this whole display. Yeah. And the cape goes in between them, so it holds them. Do you get what I'm saying?
No. How does it attach to his back?
It doesn't attach to his back. It's one set of arms has one polarity of the magnet on it. The other set of arms has the other polarity of magnet. Put the cape in between, let go, they snap together and hold onto the cape.
Oh. Okay. That's odd.
Or you could put it underneath. I don't know if like part of his cloak, the blue is like leveled like a layer or something like that.
Oh, so that's what holds it in place. Oh, geez.
The magnets hold it in place. Yeah. Which I could totally see over time just sliding down, but
yeah. I thought they might have given you a piece that sort of like went around his body.
I've only seen it
under the clothes or something, although I thought you maybe had to unclothe, like take the shirt off, the top off or something like that, and put like, I don't know. I was expecting some secondary piece that would go around his torso that would like hold it in place. Oh shit. That's a little weird.
Arms can be attached by strong magnet without damaging the figure, is what it says.
Strong magnet.
Yeah.
And then they go like, it's like, it has nothing to do. And then it's like suitable for all versions of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Which again, who cares? But I mean, this is
care because I want it for the non-Infinity War version. What if the Infinity War version is slightly different? I don't know.
No, but I mean, naming Doctor Strange on your third party, product.
Oh, yeah.
But like, this is a great use. This is the kind of thing. And again, we've talked about this before. This is the kind of shit that Hot Toys should be coming out with, you know what I mean? And you could maybe it's not worth it for them. I don't know how, but I just think it would be great. And there was something else that we were talking about where, or maybe we haven't gotten to it yet, but I think we haven't gotten to it yet because I think it's kind of our Endgame sort of speculation section. But
I see no problem with these types of accessories because, again, we were just talking about it. Hot Toys isn't going to do them. Hot Toys isn't going to do, here's a scroll head sculpt that you can attach to whatever the heck you want. So if I can get that on the secondary market, that's exactly what the secondary market should be. You're just going through my pre-orders.
Yeah, I apparently had the wrong title there, so I just kind of skipped over it.
Oh, okay.
I'll fix that in editing. Don't worry about it. So pick up and pre-orders for Tom.
This is my current pre-order list, technically for 1/6. Although I do have, if you saw it briefly for a second, I have Gimli on the way. He shipped yesterday.
I think that's coming through again. I don't know. I screwed up something with the transition, but whatever.
It's all good. I mean, it was supposed to be here half a month ago, but
no, that's crazy, man. That's odd. Do you have an account and everything with Asmus, right? You've ordered.
So no, that's the thing. I never started like an actual account, so I've just been ordering them from their site.
Oh, great first impression.
What?
Great first impression.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got Thorin from them, and it came in like 2 weeks, and I was like shocked at how quickly that came. And then
from them directly. Oh, okay. So you have ordered from them before.
I've ordered that from them before, but I've never created I don't have an actual account with an order history. You know, you can order like as a guest on something.
I see. Yeah.
So, and then I ordered Gimli after a show once when we were just chatting, and that was on April 5th. And what is it now? May 9th, May 10th, something like that.
Wow.
So we were chatting yesterday or 2 days ago, and I'm like, I don't know what the heck Gimli is. And you said I would reach out to him. I'm like, you know what? That is a great idea, Trevor. I'm going to do that. And I wrote out to them, and they're like, oh, we missed this. So sorry. We'll get them out to you tomorrow. Yeah, they got them out yesterday.
And they will too, and they'll probably expedite it too because they're good like that. I gotta say.
Maybe I've never heard of this. They sent me the tracking information, and I've never heard of that shipping company before. It's like Kojong shipping or something.
Oh, Kojong is good.
So yeah, I had to Google it
tomorrow.
What was that, TJ?
I had to Google their shipping company.
Oh, did you?
When I got AMR, which was very disappointing, I had to Google the figure that sucked terribly. And the first thing that came up were Google reviews of this shipping company is terrible.
Oh, good. Oh,
yeah.
good.
So like, yeah, it went from like China to Los Angeles, and then you.
Oh, I remember this. Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That figure went on its own unexpected journey.
Yeah.
That must be what 3-0 uses, because every time I get a 3, I got the Sandor Clegane, the Hound, and it looks like somebody had stomped on it repeatedly and then sat on it for the entire ride to my house. It was like my postman, like, and I know the guy, like he's a big Star Wars geek too, and we, you know, he brings me a figure. I was like, oh, what's the figure? He hands me this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? What? He's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This came in today. I'm like, oh my God. Before I even opened it, I'm like, there's no way this thing survived. And luckily, with one minor thing that they sent me, the figure was intact. The box was just destroyed.
At least the figure was intact.
Yeah, he's fine. It's a great figure too. So, so wow. This. So let's see. I looked at this, but I haven't looked. So you actually got The Witcher.
Yep. So that's my very first ever secondhand market unlicensed figure that I purchased.
Oh, Steve, welcome to the dark side.
Hey, okay. So I will say I've been waiting for I don't know how many years for a Witcher like 6 scale figure. I want them really badly. At this point, if we are going to get one, it's going to be based on the Henry Cavill Netflix series, which is not the Witcher that I want. Right. I want the Witcher that I spent over 120 hours playing as in the game.
All right. I got to so I bought this game. It looked super cool. I love that kind of genre. And the side note, like I started playing this game. I'm walking around yeah, I'm not that old, but I played a lot of, you know, Xbox games and things like that. And I know my way around, but like I'm wandering around. I can't get anything done, man. And I wander into this pub and I talk to this guy and I'm like, all right, I think I'm getting somewhere. He's talking to me. And then he wants me to play this card game, which I'm sure
Gwent. I've spent so many nights just playing Gwent.
Oh my God. I'm like, then I'm starting to I got to learn a card game to play this game.
It's so good though. You don't have to.
This game. You
don't have to play it. You don't even have to play it. So that's the great thing about The Witcher. It's a real world that's just happening.
No, I love that. I love that idea. I love the idea of it, but I wandered around forever. And finally, I found a woman who told me about The Witch. And I get to The Witch, and she fucking kicks my ass because I'm not ready for that. It's like I couldn't find the minor little games in between there. You know what I mean? Like it was very hard. I don't know. I kind of gave up.
I'm going to implore you to please try again.
I will get back into it. I will.
That game is one of those things where
I loved it. It was cool, but like I couldn't do anything.
I get that when you first start off, you feel kind of underpowered, but you also have to learn every enemy that you fight.
I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Okay, well, all right. There are ways to help with that. Obviously, there's a map and everything, things like that. But the one thing you have to know is that you have 2 swords. And you have oils that you can apply to the swords. Okay. And each oil helps you fight a very specific enemy type, depending on what oil you coat your swords in. Yeah, it's a big detail that's like very key. So please put more time into it because it's one of those games where like you just turn a corner, you never know what weird story stuff you're going to stumble into.
I know, it was cool. It was really cool, but I kept doing the same thing over and over again and I wasn't getting anywhere, so it drove me nuts. Anyway. That's cool. So now you have to get Kratos. You have to do something with the 2 of them battling or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, The Witcher against Kratos would be pretty good.
Oh, dude, that's 1,000 likes right there.
Yeah, right. I gotta say, you know, I know this is my pre-order list, but seeing it like this, it makes me very excited for all of these. So I'm like, these all look so good. I'm just really excited to have them all.
I'm surprised you got them all. So, like, I know
I love them all.
Yeah, that's. I
like them all not from the prequels mostly. I like them from Clone Wars and everything that's happened afterwards. Yeah. They did him dirty in the prequels.
Correct.
But he looks awesome, and I got that's him with the speeder too. I got him with the full speeder because I was thinking I live 3 blocks from the ocean, like having him on the beach would be pretty cool. Kind of screaming down.
Yep.
I'm excited for that mall. He surprised me last year at Comic-Con. How good he looked.
It looks great. I mean, I aside from the body, which one of these days, it's like project number 37, I think, swapping out the body for that. It's a great figure though. It looks great. Yeah. And I was like, I have 3 Anakins. Do I need 2 Mauls?
Of course. Then he's already outnumbered still.
Yeah, true. 1 for each Anakin, I guess I need. So what else we got in here? You did end up ordering what's her face next to Captain Marvel there.
Alita. Yep. I got Alita for sure. I love that movie. I saw it twice in the theater, and I'm going to buy it day one on Blu-ray when it comes out. I think it's fantastic. I'm stoked for that figure.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I didn't see it in the theater. And I feel bad because like that's the reason it didn't do well, and the reason these things don't do well, you don't see more like that, which is a shame. But
I wish more people saw that in the theater because it's one of those movies that lets off in a place where you're like, I'm excited for the sequel, and then there will actually be a sequel because it didn't do hot. But
hello Solo, which is the same thing. Like I really enjoyed Solo, and I really want to see the sequel, and everybody was a dick about it. So
actually, you know what? I heard that they are making a sequel to Solo. I think it's called A New Hope.
Oh, that's so funny. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's the Mark 50 accessory pack on the end there.
Yes. Okay. So it's not another Iron Man. It's just
I got the Mark 50, which will show up, I'm sure, in my pickups. Gimli is almost a pickup. Almost.
The paint job changed from the final, but man, that's a great looking figure. You're gonna fucking plots, man, to coin a phrase.
I am going to the Vasquez Rocks next week, and I had planned going to the Vasquez Rocks of bringing Gimli with me to shoot Gimli for the first time. And the fact that I'm going next week, guess what? I don't think I'm going to have fucking Gimli to shoot at the Vasquez Rocks next week.
Damn it.
So I think he's going to have to wait till after I move. So it's going to be like another 3-4 months before I shoot Gimli.
I almost want to send you mine just to do that. That's awesome. Maybe you'll get it. And I had the picture of your Loki. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. The Loki, just go to I Have Watu and look at the Loki shot because it's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah. So I got Loki.
It's gorgeous. That figure looks great. All right, TJ, talk about it, man. Both of you guys got Tyrion.
Yep.
I have to get Tyrion. I have the original one and I like it, but this sculpt is fucking amazing.
That's a photograph of him. I don't, that's not a figure. Come on. That looks so good.
You know that the thing is, and TJ, I don't want to overstay your segment here, but
Fine.
I love, it's a weird thing with Game of Thrones. Like Game of Thrones is another thing like Marvel for me. Like I want to get the definitive version, but now everybody's in fucking black. Everybody's in black now these last 2 seasons, So it's like I almost want to get and this looks so much better than the original one, even though the original one's going for $400 now. I don't know. It's great looking. You guys you have the rest of them, TJ? Like the other Game of Thrones?
I have Jon Snow and a White Walker.
Okay. No Daenerys, no Hound.
After I saw what Daenerys really looked like.
Terrible.
Yeah. They need to do a better Daenerys. And she has so many better outfits now that they can make something great with her. Yep.
I've gotten a lot of the McFarlane recent releases.
Yeah.
Which I've been sitting on and not taking pictures of.
Where are you finding those? Because I'm not finding them in stores.
Amazon.
I guess I got to go to
$19.99, man.
What?
$19.99.
Yeah.
TJ, so you're like me where, I don't know, maybe you got this email last week. I could have had my Black Panther this week.
I did not.
What? You didn't get an email from them?
No, I started seeing people who were like, the second batch is out. And I looked at my email. I'm like,
So you got third batch, sounds like.
I got zero love. And I look at the Hong Kong prices and they're all $450 and up.
Oh, wow.
Which is not worth it at all.
No, just keep waiting. I pushed mine off so my date for getting him, which was supposed to be last Sunday, is now next month at that exact same date, the 5th next month. Which is funny. On I think it was Tuesday, they sent me by the way, your Black Panther got delayed. He won't be here for another month. And then on Wednesday, they're like, oh, hey, guess what? Your Black Panther's here. You can have him this weekend. And I'm like, you know what? No, I have the Mark 50 coming. I'm not gonna.
You know what you should have done?
What?
Should have sent me a text message.
You want to chain swap?
I would have given you money for Black Panther now. And then I would have shipped you my Black Panther in September. when
September.
I get mine.
Oh shit! No! I can't wait till September.
Fuck, man! Like it's
September.
I'm exaggerating. Like
okay. When is your actual last payment date? Like when is the day that they give you?
I got nothing. Like I put down my deposit in February. I'm still waiting. I was late on it.
Okay.
Because I thought like I really thought it would be worth like paying a little bit more to get it from Hong Kong. But once I saw that sculpt, I was like, that's not Chadwick Boseman. Like I'm not paying you extra money.
Your wife said that's not Chadwick Boseman. So.
Oh, you know what? You know it's bad when even I was like, I don't know who that is. Like who is that?
So like, speaking of like waves or group, what was the term you used? Batches.
Yeah.
Do we take any not faith, but stock in the idea that these things change over these batches?
With Deadpool, it actually did happen. They did change some of the batches. I was glad I was on like a later batch for Deadpool because they changed some of the articulation in the wrist. Like
this is what I'm getting at, because I've seen several times on the forums where people have talked about batches, and like okay, I buy into it, but like I've never really seen something that's that definitive. But I didn't have Deadpool, so I don't know. You know what I mean?
The only thing I know about it actually changing is Deadpool. Other than that, I don't know if anything has changed between batches.
Yeah. Because it's usually something sort of innocuous, like I don't know, the structure of something or the composition of this or that or the paint job on something. Like I think the Han Solo, the original version, the second batch they did had a better paint job or something like that on it. So that head sculpt is supposedly more sought after than the other ones, but I don't know. So
I just see, for me, I don't mind. I don't need things day and date when they drop in Hong Kong. I mean, obviously I wish I did have things sometimes early. Like I wanted my Iron Man Mark 50 as early as possible because I had never updated. I haven't updated my Iron Man since the Mark 7.
Yeah.
But for most figures, I'm fine waiting as long as it takes for them to come. It's fine.
It's more of a like for you in that case. It seems like it's more of a fan anticipation. Like I really want this thing, and I think for most people, and I'm not putting this on you, TJ, but I mean, because there's certain things that I want, and there are things that I've considered like doing the Hong Kong route because I just cannot wait to get this, and I want to shoot it or whatever. But I think for a lot of people, it's just the first. I posted it to OSR. Like there it is, I got it. Even if it's in the box, like here it is in the box, I got it. It's mine.
You even want to be the first to whatever social platform they're on to post the thing.
Yeah, I know.
But for me, like I
don't even know for most of these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like as though like a photographer, quote unquote, like I feel like all three of us here, at least, our styles are so different that I don't mind showing up to the party 3-4 months late and doing my style of photography because I feel like my stuff looks different than yours.
Absolutely not.
So,
dude, I get things that, and not to delve too much into this, but like I get things that I know the people that I might have early. And I'm like, I just don't feel like shooting this right now.
Yeah.
I put it on the shelf and I'm like, when I get something I want to do with it, I'll do something with it. And I think it's going to be good. You know what I mean? I don't want to just put it up because like first, got it.
So funny enough is recently, and this goes out of the 6 scale stuff for just a second, but Hasbro came out with the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, and I got Lord Zed, and I noticed that like I got him like a week before. It seemed like everybody else, and I'm like,
you did.
I'm like, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and get them up there quick, just so like I'm the first to get them up there.
But if you do and you feel and it spurs you to do something, that's cool. If it's all natural. But there are seemingly a lot of people that just need to have like whatever picture that they can possibly get, or like I said, just in the box. Here it is. I got it. It's mine. So,
TJ,
what are you anticipating most out of this, TJ?
What?
What are you anticipating most out of these? It's like your children. I know it's tough, right?
I don't know. Like they everything has kind of a different value. Like all of the Marvel stuff is like amazing, but like I'm on a Game of Thrones high right now.
Yeah.
Like And I think Tyrion might be the first to drop.
Oh, Tyrion's, well,
I think. I hope. Well, I hope.
Black Panther should have dropped for you a while ago, but otherwise, Tyrion, yeah.
God doesn't love me, so I don't have my Black Panther.
But I love you, TJ, and that should be good enough for you.
That's enough. I'm done. I'm good.
I have a question for you, TJ.
Yes.
If they do a Endgame Captain Marvel with the reverse color suit,
yes,
you get that one. Would you cancel this one?
Oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but yes.
Let things happen organically.
I'm getting them both.
Yes,
you're getting them both. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I can wait for the rest of the discussion.
Because, like, I predict that if there will be an Endgame Captain Marvel, the unmasked head sculpt will be superior to the Captain Marvel solo movie head sculpt.
I think it'll be superior in the way that the head will be able to move, but I'm going to put money on the fact that it's going to be the same face, just different hair.
Yeah.
That's also okay with me.
It may be Steve Rogers' face.
That is not okay with me.
I mean, it's close enough. I don't really care.
Come on.
I'm going to put the helmet and sculpt on there anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. Nebula is like one of those things that I'm like, I'm like, it's like the first Doctor Strange. I keep putting in my cart and I.
This is the only Nebula you're going to see.
I know, and I hover over it and I go, I don't know.
They need to update this.
Guardians of the Galaxy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're going to get the Guardians, you need the Nebula.
I can't just have Nebula. Yeah, like what's the point?
You're going to get the Rocket too.
Well, I can't just have Nebula and Rocket.
Yeah, you can. They hold hands in Endgame.
Oh, okay. You're right.
But that makes it
right there. They're done.
They need to update Nebula with the orange. She needs a magnetized orange faceplate thing.
Oh yeah.
It's my one desire for that figure. I want it to be removable though.
No pickups, TJ? Nothing new? Just got money burning a hole in your pocket?
There's nothing new, man. Like it's like Tactical Batman or Concept 46 Iron Man.
Okay.
Just keep waiting. Just keep waiting.
Yeah.
Neither of those do you need.
I need help.
I have one that I might be able to talk you into, so I'm going to move on to my stuff.
What you got? Go. Do it now.
Do it now. Oh, that wasn't.
I'm very excited for that Hawkeye, by the way. Very, especially after Endgame. He was like the star of Endgame in a way.
I cannot wait for 2023 when these all come out.
I know.
So excited.
I'm still not dying for Hawkeye. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh man,
I like the character too.
You got a good list.
Yeah, it's a pretty good list.
Samurai Vader.
What's that?
What are you talking me into? I hope it's not like Punisher, like War Machine.
That looks awesome.
War Machine
Shut your goddamn mouth. That looks so good.
Thick as fuck, man. That thing is fucking great, man.
I thought you just said thick as fuck with 2 C's, and I'm like, oh damn.
Well, he probably is thick as fuck too, but you're gonna be totally jealous.
If you like repainted figures, you're gonna
be so jealous.
I do. I like repainted figures. I think they're good. You're gonna be doing they're entirely different characters.
Enjoy that repainted figure while I think about the Concept 46.
It's not repainted. That Super Mad Toys Blade Runner. I don't know when the fuck that's coming out, man. That's been forever, but it looks pretty good. No, the thing I was going to talk you into, and I don't have a picture of it here, is Arwen. Do you have Arwen?
No.
Arwen looks pretty damn good, man. It looks better than the pictures, I got to tell you. I can't wait to take some shots of it, but she looks really good.
When is that coming out?
It's out.
Is it?
I think so, yeah. I think it's shipping.
I haven't seen anyone post pictures of her yet.
Well, good. I'm going to post them pretty soon.
Wait, I have – so my theoretical question is, like, does somebody have prototype pictures?
What's that?
Did somebody take proto pics?
No, somebody did not take proto pics, but somebody's taking some review pics. So, I don't know. I think it's out, though. I think
that's enough.
Probably it's out. Oh, this fucking R2-D2, man. I don't know when the hell this thing's coming out. I feel like I ordered that like 3 years ago. But
that came out like 3 years. This is the Hot Toys one, right?
It's the Hot Toys one, but it's not out yet.
No, I feel like that like
I know, it was up
years ago.
It was up. That's what I mean. It was like up. I ordered it like when the Force Awakens came out. Feels like I should be getting Obi-Wan pretty soon. Yeah, the Samurai Vader.
I don't. Beautiful.
The Samurai Vader I do not have out of the box. But this is a who the fuck makes this? This was like 4 years in the making too. Toy Dow.
Never heard or seen this.
Oh yeah, it's so freaking cool looking. It's literally
I could barely see it.
It's literally like one of the Bandai samurai figures, 6 scale.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, it's so cool. Like I'll take pictures of it because you can't see a thing here, but because the plastic's probably like
no, yeah, I can't see past the plastic.
Yeah. It's super cool, man. And I was waiting for it. I missed the pre-order on it, and some guy was like, about 3 weeks before it dropped, he was done with it because it had taken like a couple of years. Like they announced it and it never came out. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm selling my spot. So I'm like, all right, I'll take it. And 2 weeks later, they said it's coming out. Like, awesome.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see more of that.
Oh my God, it's fantastic. I wish they'd do more.
Dude, you already got the Dark World Thor?
I got the Dark World Thor today.
Wow.
I got the Hulk. This thing is...
Yep. Isn't he amazing how huge he is?
God, man. Like...
I love that figure. I love
this alone is like... This is crack for Avengers or Marvel right there. Like you get this and it's like, oh, I'm in. I'm in.
So when I first started
Star Wars, it's like you're done. I'm in.
When I first started collecting the Avengers, I got Cap first, then I got Iron Man, then I got Thor, and then after I had those 3 on my shelf for a while, I'm like, I need Hulk. And the second he came in, he was like the backdrop for the other 3 figures. I'm like, this is everything my collection was missing. Was this giant Hulk.
Also picked up, I think I told you about this. I picked up that one.
Which doesn't match the same skin tone.
No, so I got to repaint it, but I've been talking about...
Are you going to repaint it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So I've been talking to somebody about having to strip the paint because you really have to strip the paint. You can't just paint over this.
I'm surprised you didn't just go for the one that comes with the Gladiator Hulk because the color green is closer. It's the same head.
Is it unhelmeted?
Yeah.
Oh,
the helmet is you didn't talk to us about this. You just bought it and showed us a picture. I would have told you that. Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, the only problem is he has the silver paint going down an eye. So you just have to take off the silver paint.
Oh, well, that would have been a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Actually, it might not have been because you still have to strip that. You really can't paint over it. But I
just take pictures from the other side and no one has ever noticed.
When it comes to that kind of stuff, I almost have like a little bit of a retentive thing. Like if I'm going to get something that's going to be sort of like a tacked on accessory, like I want it to be good. Like if I get hands for like a figure that's a custom, I want them to all be the same hands. You know what I mean? Like from the same maker, you know what I mean? And have the same tone. Like I can't
get it.
One, you know what I mean? The one that's like shiny for the trigger finger and one that's like dull and it bothers me. So
I just like the fact that like I have my Gladiator Hulk, I have my regular Hulk. If I want to put short hair Gladiator Hulk's hair on regular, I can. And then I could easily Photoshop out the silver, which I've done numerous times, and I'll just do it again.
Right.
But I could put it back on the Gladiator and it's there. I'm not going to change the actual sculpt.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, if you're going to have both of them, for sure, that's a great option.
Matches perfectly. I'm like, actually, I forgot. I still have the short hair Hulk head on my regular Avengers Hulk body, and it looks perfect.
Why did they do the olive skinned Italian Hulk for the?
I think because they wanted it to be different. I don't know. I have no idea. No answer for that.
Also picked up this TJ.
Do you like it?
I do. It's actually, the paint is a lot better than I thought it was going to be in person. It's really nice. Now my question is, that's the Jon Snow 11 sculpt, by the way. Do I have it haired like the season 1, 2, 3 Jon Snow, or do I leave it alone and just plop it on there? I have a custom for him. It's pretty good, but it's sculpted hair. It looks okay.
Which Jon Snow body has come out? Like which version of him came out?
That's it. It's just it's the first, second, third season.
All right. I want a King of the North / whatever he is now.
I know a lot of people do. I think 3.0 will probably come out with it, although it might be 2022 by the time we get that. But
Trevor, got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you try to put that on your Jon Snow body yet?
I have not. I heard the peg is like a nightmare, though, right?
I barely tried to like mess with it. It's really just like sitting on top of the body right now.
You can't get it in the.
I tried to take the adapter out of the original head, and I had a hard time. So right now it's just sitting there.
Okay.
I was hoping other people had better success.
It's got a removable. The plug is removable. Like you can take that right out.
No, I had no problem with that, but like I couldn't remove the old one.
Okay. So
yeah, I was just trying to like snap it back on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
The I have the Vemel head sculpt, the custom head sculpt for it, and that popped right on to the old peg. So he must have
not for me, I guess.
Why they wouldn't have done this so that it fit right on there? That's what you're saying? It doesn't fit on the peg?
No.
Oh Christ. $60. Come on, man.
What is a character from Game of Thrones that you guys want like the most as a figure?
It's a good question.
Thanks.
I have an answer that no one will like.
Hit me.
You want
to know? He wants the fucking bastard. What's his name?
Oh, Ramsey.
No one wants Ramsey.
Oh, you just said no one
wants Ramsey. There was a custom out there for
I want a Stark soldier.
Okay, you're right. That's Ramsey than a fucking just random Stark soldier.
No, like I want like an army building Stark soldier because I appreciate like the Starks had a very distinct armor or leather outfit, whatever.
You don't want the mountain? Come on.
No, I don't care.
No, come on.
No.
How
He's
cool
so
would
awesome.
that be?
I want to see him without the fucking helmet on. That better happen.
Oh, I know,
right?
Exactly.
I'm waiting.
It's going to happen because it's coming down.
Hey, apparently this next episode we're about to see this Sunday is supposed to be like mind-blowingly jaw-dropping, yada, yada, yada.
There's going to be 8 more dragons.
So all right. So let's sidetrack for a second there because like theory-wise, here's my prediction, and I took a picture of it a while ago. I think Tyrion's going to be on the throne.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's a cute idea. I mean, it's not going to happen.
I don't think Jon Snow. I think that when he was talking to Varys there, like he said, like, what if it was somebody who was reluctant to be there, but would have been great. I think he was referring to Tyrion and not Jon Snow. That's my thought. And he's Viserys has like not Viserys. The Viserys was Dany's. What's his name?
Dany's brother.
Varys, right? Yeah. But he's got a lot of pull, man. I think he's going to do something. I think he's going to take out Dany. I think he's going to do something that takes her out.
I think the character assassinated Dany recently in some later episodes of this, but I would have loved it for Dany.
In the books a little bit too, and there's another character too that they've eliminated from the story that kind of does that. But
I mean, okay, I can kind of see that happen and that being good for the world. I don't think that this show is going to end on a positive note, though.
I think it's going to end on a dark, hopeful note. I don't think it's going to be positive, like everything's golden and then they lived 1,000 years of happiness.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be dark and sour, like everybody's just miserable and everybody's dead, like Hamlet. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. 2 weeks is all we have to wait to see how it ends. It really sucks because I really want to read the books first, but whatever.
It's not going to happen. Do you have a character that you want?
I would like the Mountain, but I want a better Dany. I want a better Daenerys. I want the new, either the Black Daenerys or the 2 seasons ago Daenerys. This one sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah. I want Arya.
Character.
New Arya. Badass Arya.
New Arya. Yeah, the new Arya would be really cool too, actually.
That's all I want. That's my favorite character on the show has been Arya for multiple seasons, and I want her now.
Awesome in the books too, man. I mean, she's great. And I can't imagine, like he said, that the end doesn't diverge too far from what they've been doing in the show. I don't believe that completely, but I can see where she's going to be kind of She's also reluctant. So who knows? Maybe she's
not anymore. She's not that reluctant. I mean,
she's reluctant to be a person.
She would never rule. She's not going to be a ruler.
Correct.
Yeah. Right. She does not. She doesn't see herself as a lady. She shouldn't be that. She is okay being just the badass. She's already the savior of man.
She doesn't see herself as a lady, but does she see herself as a leader? You know what I mean? As a ruler. No, I don't think she does either. But who knows? You get thrust into those things. You know what I mean?
True.
All right, so that's my shit. Thor: Dark World looks great. Guy gave me a great deal. It just was missing that loop on the on Mjolnir, which is very weird. But
is that pup wearing a jacket?
She's wearing a onesie.
That's so cute.
She had a hot spot on her back.
Oh yeah.
And it was the only way I could keep her from like chewing her hot spot off.
Yeah. This little guy has a hot spot in his ear and keeps ripping it open. And I don't. How do you put a cone on a cat? I have a cone for him, but I'm like, cats can get out of anything. Like, do I?
Yeah, I know.
Do I even attempt it? I don't know. I like
those soft cones too, the inflatable ones, because those hard ones are just cruel.
Eli has a donut. I put a donut.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, Krennic. Looking forward to Krennic too, definitely for sure.
He's good, and you could also, going back to the scroll, you could always use that sculpt somehow. And
there you go.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking.
Spoilers. All the spoilers.
Yeah. So, all right. And we've been talking about this throughout, but let's really get into it. Will we get Professor Hulk? Do we want Professor Hulk?
Yes.
I don't need him, but I think he'll come out for sure.
I think he will too.
He's going to come out in the full suit though. And I know people want him in like the tank top, whatever. I have a feeling he's going to be wearing the full.
You think the only way we're getting him is in the team suit?
Not the team suit. You know how he has his own gray and purple suit that he wears at the end?
Oh, that like kind of tights. Yeah.
We're going to get him in that. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's my guess.
I like him in the sweater. I kind of dig the whole.
Oh, yeah. Him at like this exact scene.
I love hipster Hulk. I love it. With some glasses as an optional accessory, I would love it. Will he get the gauntlet?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I've already, in one of the shots from whatever show that they're at, they showed a gauntlet that looked like it was 1/6 scale, just off to the side. And I wonder who that comes with, if not the Hulk. Because it's definitely Hulk.
It was interesting that they came out with the full-size 1/1 gauntlets, the Iron Man gauntlet, and they came out with one that was Hulk.
The quarter scale one is the Hulk. Well, they did, one of each.
No, it's quarter scale. It's not 1/1.
So they did 3. So they did a 1/1 that is normal person size. That's like the Iron Man one. That's the 1/1. And they did 2 quarter scale ones. One that's Iron Man normal person size, and they did a Hulk version of that as well in quarter.
I didn't realize the Hulk version was quarter scale. I thought that was 1/1 too. Okay.
But Hasbro is doing the 1/1 in their play thing. And those look pretty good.
Yeah.
Not the shitty gray one that they came out of the bootleg. They actually redid a new one.
Yeah, they seem to be re-releasing all the helmets too, the Iron Man and the Ant-Man and the Star-Lord and everything. So we talked about this earlier, but we know we're doing Cap with the same goddamn head sculpt. And like, I can't imagine they're going to do Rocket, and Black Widow and
Nebula. I think we'll get Black Widow. I think maybe we'll get Hawkeye. Because again,
they're actually using 2 different bodies. I mean, Cap's taller.
They also like nailed Cap's body type in the latest like 2 Cap figures that they've done. Yeah. So it should be that body type in that suit.
Yeah.
Don't know.
So that's 2 different tailorings for the suit. Is what I was getting at is how many times can they reuse this Tony Stark body? Probably for Hawkeye.
Tony and Hawkeye look like they're about the same. Ant-Man for sure. I think that if you do Black Widow, you could do Nebula in the same suit.
Probably. Yep.
But I don't think we're going to get Fat Thor in this suit. Maybe you do. I think we're totally going to get Fat Thor.
I don't think they'll do War Machine as although, I mean, that's another armor.
And it's just a repaint. It's just a repaint of the armor they're already doing. I could totally see them doing War Machine.
Which was dumb as fuck. I mean, too, like really, like we got to all look like a team when we're going into the macroverse or whatever. Like,
I liked that.
It's very comic booky. I get it, but like when you're, I don't know.
I mean, it was really funny that they did here's an A. Make sure you put that A on there. We need that A on there somewhere.
Like so that while we're going through the macroverse, everybody knows who you're with.
Well, they have to design the suits anyway, so why wouldn't you just copy and paste that suit?
Because
for the body types.
Oh well, okay. I guess they had to design
because the suit has to be
armor that was macro ready, right? Like that was
well for him because he can't. He can't like nanotech his armor like Tony can.
And what was the point of him going in with his armor anyway?
Because he can't nanotech his armor. Like, he can't walk without the things, but he could put those things on beneath the suit. I think the thing is, you need to be wearing a protective suit.
Yes.
Tony's suit is housed in like something this big.
Yes.
War Machine's is not. War Machine's is a giant apparatus that is probably still drilled into him, like we saw Tony's in the.
Well, right. Plus, he can't really walk without. He can't just get in a suit and be able to.
No, but he could put those things on underneath.
I suppose
this stuff probably.
Yeah, he could build that into. I'm sure Tony could have built that in. But
yeah,
we're getting rid of it.
Didn't seem like Tony was designing much these days, though.
Right. Fat Thor. Do we get Fat Thor?
1,000%. Yes.
Oh yeah, you think so?
100%.
I do not think so.
The look on the left, I'm going to say guarantee if we don't see it before, 100% we'll put money down. San Diego Comic-Con, it'll be on display.
I could see it on display. I can't see them selling it. I don't know. But again, like I got to say, like every time I see something, it's like, are we going to get Fat Thor? It's like Cyborg now. It's like, are we going to get Fat Thor?
People want Fat Thor.
People want Fat Thor. I don't know why.
People want Fat Thor.
And like Valkyrie, I mean, isn't it time that we got Valkyrie?
They showed that figure last year at Comic-Con. I don't know.
I want a 1/6 Pegasus too. That would be awesome.
That'd be cool. I want a human-sized Pegasus that actually can fly me to the moon.
Is Ebony Maw, is the time come and gone? I mean, they showed Corvus Glaive, right? And they never came up with Glaive.
I'm sad that they showed Corvus Glaive, and because Corvus Glaive from the comics was always my favorite of the Black Order. Mm-hmm. He barely had a role in Infinity War. Like he looked cool, but fucking excuse me, my language. Ebony Maw was the biggest talker of all of them, and he even came up again in the most prominent way in Endgame.
Yeah,
he had like some good moments.
Yeah,
and if they're gonna do any of them, they've got to do Ebony Maw. I think,
right? But we know their propensity for not doing villains, even major villains, like even the only villain in the goddamn movie, Hello Vulture. So
Ronin. Still want a Ronin.
So, point of that, like probably not. I'm going to say no, because I mean, what's he even come with? You know what I mean? Like Corvus Glaive at least came with some,
He can come with like a lot of those glass Sharpie things. He doesn't need to come. That's the thing. He doesn't need to come with anything. He's great by himself.
What I don't understand is like
his accessory should be coal obsidian, a giant coal obsidian.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I would think that they would get all of the Black Order. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why you wouldn't buy. There wouldn't be people who would buy all of them. You know what I mean? Except that they're going to be $240 a piece, which would, is $1,000.
Yeah, but how good, man? They would look so good in display with armored Thanos in the middle.
So cool, cool.
I would honestly be very tempted to get.
I would be tempted. Yeah, because they're very cool looking.
I probably would get them all because I love the Black Order from the comics. Thanos is one of my favorite villains. I always loved him.
Who's the Rock? Who's the big
Coal Obsidian?
Oh, Coal Obsidian.
That's why I was joking. He would be a great accessory for Ebony Maw.
I would totally buy. That would be amazing.
He's way bigger than the Hulk. He's huge.
Yeah. Not fitting on the details.
TJ, what do you think?
And here we go. Like, are we getting Endgame Captain Marvel? Are we getting it, TJ?
We are.
I think based on the fact that they showed a 1/1 sized statue of her at the show that they're doing right now, it's possible. It's very possible. I didn't think so before, but her suit's very different. Her look is very different.
I just feel like it's very close to where they released, you know, I mean, the movies are so close together.
Yeah.
I don't know how well because of the, you know, fanboy weirdness that goes on with her. And quite frankly, I haven't followed that closely. I mean, loosely, but I enjoyed the movie. It wasn't the best movie,
Yeah.
you know, by any stretch of the imagination, but I enjoyed it. I like her. You know, I really liked her in Endgame. I like that they didn't overuse her. I like the look.
I think they kind of underused her a little bit, actually.
A little bit. Yeah, I would agree.
But I think the reason they had good reasoning for it, for them underusing her. And when she did show up, she had some great moments. There's a moment that I think that was really dumb and very much just like ham-fisted in there. You don't fly if you have, okay, you take out the ship, right? You take out the big ship in the sky.
Yep.
You come down, you grab the gauntlet. Why not fly up into the air and then come back down by the
right.
the thing?
Just straight through, yeah.
No, go straight through all the enemies.
Yeah.
I get it. You're strong.
Yeah,
You have a lot of people blocking the way for you, but just take off or put the gauntlet on the moon. Finish off the battle and then come back down with the gauntlet and take it back in time. Like, there's no need to fly the gauntlet forward towards the van.
See, now this is like, what was it, 2 slides ago where I'm complaining about the suits? This is exactly what you're doing too.
No, this is actually a legit complaint.
And yeah, no, it's true though. I mean, when you set these things up for people who are, you know, thinking, and they do think through these things, and they've done an excellent job, but there are holes because
there's a lot of holes in Endgame.
It's got to be, you know, you got to move the plot. You got to get things going. You got to get this thing under 3 hours. I get it, you know, but yeah, you're right. I mean, it was kind of dumb.
There's a lot. I mean, Endgame has a lot of holes, but because it's Endgame and because they did a lot of it so well, that I forgive every plot hole I have for it.
Totally. Because I mean, you think about the source material. How many holes are in the source material of Marvel Comics throughout the years? Even in
the good thing though with the comics is that they have years later that they can go back and plug those holes. Like they can say, "Oh, this is the reason why this happened this one weird way," and that becomes its own story arc. And they've done that numerous times, and they've actually gotten great stories out of those holes.
There used to be, I don't know, you remember the No Prize?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So that used to be the like, hey, I discovered something that you guys didn't think about.
Yeah, I know. They get the No Prize.
See, and there was tons of those. Every issue, there was somebody wrote a letter that was like, "Oh, you win a No Prize." You know,
of course. I mean? Like, now that's a what if issue, and now that's this other thing. Yeah,
but it's fine, and it was fun actually. And now you know everybody gets their panties in a bunch. That you know, something like, you know, whatever, as we all do. I mean, like we get caught up in these things, and we really want them to be just like perfect. And you know, when you think about something, you go, "Oh, they really thought about that." You know, I mean, I think that's just the whole thing, is that you just want to feel like the creators of it are thinking about it and love the material as much as you do, that they're thinking about it that much.
Endgame left open a lot of open questions that I'm hoping they at least touch a little bit on in Spider-Man Far From Home. Not too much, because I don't want Spider-Man to be bogged down with, hey, we got to plug some holes from the last movie kind of deal. But I do hope that there's a lot of questions I have for that world. Of when you influx millions of people back into a population after removing them for 5 years. What happens to that world? It better not just be business as usual. Everything's normal.
Well, that's another question. Like, was it not possible to just like snap your fingers and bring everything back 5 years?
It might have been.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we just all woke up and like, what just happened? I feel like a little dizzy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all normal. Was that what happened? Or it's not what happened?
That's not what happened. I mean, they brought all those people back to the 5 year later thing because that was Tony Stark's mandate. Being like,
right, because his daughter wouldn't have been born if it was 5 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
But also, he wouldn't be dead if they brought everything back 5 years ago.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Somebody said something about, since we're on spoilers, that there was a scene, and this is probably pure speculation, that There was a girl, an actress that they thought had been cast from, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
Okay, and he was supposed to go back during that scene, and it was probably, if this is true, it would have been a little bit of a disconnect, I think, from the entire scene, where he snaps, like he goes forward in time and sees his daughter.
Yeah.
Tells her something, and then goes back and snaps everything back to the way it was, or bring everybody back from 5 years ago, which is an interesting thought.
Yeah. But all he did was snap away the bad guys. So
correct, right.
Also, can I ask, when he snaps, what do you guys think? Gamora stays? Because she was on their side helping.
Right. TJ, what do you think?
I thought she left.
She left or she got snapped away with Thanos' arm?
Right. That was my question.
I thought that she just took off because
they didn't show her leaving.
Like, I don't want to be dating Chris Pratt.
I don't think they touched on what she did. I think it was one of those things after they snapped away the bad guys, they didn't touch base on what happened with Gamora whatsoever, which I like the fact when they show Peter Quill at the end of the movie, he's searching for Gamora. Right. Clearly, I think he's searching for that version of Gamora because I think he knows his Gamora's gone.
Right.
So I think he's like looking for her to kind of strike up hey, I know the goodness in you kind of thing.
So if that's the case, how does he know that she's still around? B, like it's almost like
he's hoping. That's why he says is searching.
Yeah, it's a wish fulfillment in that what is Tony's wish at that point? You know what I mean? Like what does he wish? If he wishes everybody that was gone is back and everybody who is here who doesn't belong here.
Well, he doesn't have to do the what's gone is back because Hulk did that. Hulk is the one who brought the people back.
True. Right. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So all he did was he could have just been like, I wish Thanos' army is gone.
An enemy. But like what is that thought process? Because it's like anybody who doesn't belong here is gone. Which Gamora doesn't belong there.
But I think he would have been I think Tony's smart enough to know that, he
doesn't know Gamora from anybody really though.
No, he doesn't, but I think he would be like anyone who has ill intent in this fight. I think in his mind, Tony's smart enough to know, like, get the guys who want to destroy our planet, Thanos and his army, ones attacking us, snap them away kind of deal.
Because it's almost like that genie wish thing. Like it's like I want $1 million and you get 1,000 deer or whatever, or 1 million deer. It's like you really got to think about what the fuck do you want here? Because you're gonna think something and then that's gonna happen. Like get all the bad guys out and like. Who knows who could disappear, you know what I mean? Who's considered a bad guy, but whatever. That's kind of deep nerds thinking, but
I like the deep nerd thinking. It's my favorite kind of thinking.
Well, I know, because you've got to kind of think about that. What happens to Gamora? Because Gamora is a big part of that. It's got to be something. And
goes back to where, why, who.
I really think
why is Gamora?
Yeah. What do you think, PJ?
Gamora left.
She just left?
She just left. She was like, I don't know.
How did she leave?
Know what the fuck I got into. Like, there's like 2 different timelines.
How and why did she leave? Because she was with Nebula, and Nebula was on the ship. So why did she leave, and why does Nebula not know where she went?
I think Gamora is the type of character who's like, I don't know what I've gotten into. I don't know why I'm staying. I'm breaking the fuck out.
I don't know. They're going to have to explain that one pretty well, because that's going to be...
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Beta Ray Bill, man. I'm excited for that.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
It's supposedly in the next Guardians.
No way. I did not see
the way.
What?
You didn't hear this?
No.
Yeah, supposedly, like, I don't know about, like, officially confirmed, because they're not officially confirming anything, but that's supposedly the well-founded rumor that Beta Ray Bill is going to be in the next
one. I would fucking love that. I am so stoked. Because, we know he's in the world.
It makes sense. Thor's with him. They're in space.
And he has Stormbreaker. So that is actually Beta Ray Bill's hammer.
Right. He was teased in Ragnarok. So, yeah, he's going to be there.
I think we do know, though, over time that Marvel likes to plant seeds for things and then completely forego them later on. Like, they like to plant some seeds and then completely change how that plays into stuff later.
I suppose, yeah. I don't know, really. Like, give me an example of that, because I think they've been pretty buttoned up. I have to say. Not with everything. I know there's some exceptions, and I can't recall.
Okay, there's a couple of things that have happened, but at the point in time, We got to think about, when did Winter Soldier take place? They talk about Doctor Strange and Winter Soldier. Doctor Strange wasn't the master of the mystic arts, and
Okay.
That's like, I mean, that's like one, but that's, you could easily say that Doctor Strange took place during that same time frame, so that doesn't really count. I'd have to think about it more than on the spot, but I'll come back to you.
I know there are examples of that. I know people have pointed those out. I can't recall any either. But I mean, for the most part,
how's this Korg? They're all chanting Korg, Korg, Korg in the Dark World, and Thor kills that rock monster, and then gets to Ragnarok, and all of a sudden there's another Korg. Maybe Korg is just the new John or something like that of that race of people, and it's a different Korg. So.
Aren't they the Korgs?
No, they're not the Korgs. He even says what he is when he first.
It starts with a K though. It's a isn't it?
Like a Corian or something. I don't know.
Right, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. This is number 900, I think.
There, I'm gonna Google Korg.
And this, Tom, this is your question, or TJ, this is your question. Likelihood of early release on any of these things. Yeah, exactly.
What'd you say?
Slim.
Oh yeah,
fucking slim.
Yeah.
That was you asked us for our wants and desires from this movie, and my one want was like all these figures not to come out a year and a half from now.
I know.
Maybe coming out this fall.
I know. It's a killer, man. I really wish they could I don't know. I really wish they could figure something out where they could
Korg is a Cronin.
Cronin, right, Cronin, yeah. That's true. I really wish they would come up with something where they could, have these things under wraps and just say, okay, they're ready to go in like 3 months. Order them and you're gonna have.
Oh, them. I have the easiest example of what I'm talking about. Thanos, multiple appearances, like one picking up a gauntlet at the end of I think it was Age of Ultron. Is like, fine, I'll do it myself, and he just like pulls the gauntlet out of a chest or something like that.
Oh, and then it was supposedly forged by.
Exactly. And then the Thanos like changes looks multiple times. Like there's numerous.
Yeah.
It's gone through a lot of evolutions. Like his armor in 2014 should not have looked like the armor in Infinity War. It should have looked like the armor in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. But
we got the armor from the Infinity War design. So, they'll change stuff.
I honestly, I know they had a plan for that. Obviously they had a plan for it. They wouldn't have done those things, but I can see stuff like that changing over time, in terms of like looks and things like that. But
yeah, of course.
I have a feeling going forward now that they have such an established record of, this is wrapping up 10 years of movies in a nice, neat little package, which is just like, wow, that's very satisfying. You know what I mean? Which is incredibly rare.
Cinematic achievement. They're the only people to do it.
Or like never been done before. Not that, like, I can't even name a classic movie that's been Return of the Jedi is probably, and people have various opinions on that.
That's just a trilogy though. That's
correct. Like it's just a trilogy, but that's all I can think of. What's been more than a trilogy before this? The Godfather #3 sucked.
There's something that was 5 movies, wasn't there?
Wasn't satisfying, to end that. I can't think of anything else. Harry Potter was 8 movies, so yeah, there you go. There's that. Beforehand. So they stuck very close to the source material. So it's not.
Was anything 22 movies?
No
10 years?
Never.
Yeah, nothing is like that.
Never. So they've got this under their belt, and even though the Russo brothers are only going to be, even if they're loosely associated with it now, there's a guideline to like saying like if they're going to introduce Galactus or something like that, it's like we know we got to think about what Galactus is going to look like or be like in movie 18.
No, they'll keep changing. I think
you don't think they'll have that foresight?
No. They totally will, but you can have that foresight in 2020 and then by 2019 or 2029 be like, well, we've kind of defined something else in another universe as in these past 9 years.
Yeah.
Why can't we change this? And like, well, we can because we've done it before and it worked and people loved it and no one complained about it.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of set
up a minor way though. Like I can't imagine they're not going to. They did 10 years and by the not by the seat of their pants, because they did plan it out, but it was still like we've been pointing out, there was little bumps that they changed. We're going to change that a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they're not thinking now that it's how successful this was, that we can't fuck this up in 10 years from now if we're going to do this all over again and say, we're not going to plan this out pretty carefully and say, we know what's going to happen 10 years from now.
I actually think that the next big, massive, whatever this you want to consider this past 10 years to come from Marvel is not going to be as expansive as this is. I think this was as big and 22 movies big as it is because it was an unproven factor at the very beginning. But I think that now that it's a proven thing that they can do it, I think it's going to be like every 11 movies they'll do.
So quicker, yeah.
I think everything that's going to happen now is going to be shorter chunks. They're still going to be like substantial, because 11 movies is nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
But it's not going to be the, Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2 both happened before Avengers happened.
Right.
I don't think you're going to get like Doctor Strange 2 and 3 before Avengers 6 or whatever the next Avengers movie is.
Right. Will they stick with things like, will they do Secret Wars?
I think that's a very easy thing. Oh, not Secret War. Secret Invasion, I think, will be the next big
Secret Invasion. And then obviously when, God, I hope they do the X-Men, it'll be the correct Dark Phoenix. I hope I'm alive to watch this. That's my one fear, that I'm going to be like 7 years old and it'll be
me too.
Dark Phoenix will be coming out. I'm like, I just want to make it to Dark Phoenix.
All the storylines I want to see with those characters. Yeah.
That's all I want to see.
Oh yeah, I want to see House of M. I want to see them freaking go that route. But I'm like, by the time they get House of M with all the X-Men in there, Scarlet Witch is not going to be the Scarlet Witch that we've had in these past movies because her contract's gone by that point.
They're going to have to change that up for sure. Yeah. That whole thing with the connection with Magneto, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that or not.
Well, they can't shoehorn that in now.
No. But I would love to see God Loves Man Kills as a type of one, standalone X-Men movie would be great. Or, based on that, loosely based on that. But I really want to see, the Imperial Guard. I want to see them battle the X-Men for Dark.
Oh, man. As Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they could introduce the Shi'ar. That would be amazing.
Yes.
And then the Brood could be attacking, and they could have this whole thing.
So awesome! I can't wait for that. Cannot wait for that. It's the best. It's the best of Marvel.
Yeah.
Love that stuff.
I'm so happy they have everything again.
I know. That's great.
Except for Spider-Man, they still need to get that back.
They got to shore that shit up.
But hey, I don't want them to take away the ability to them to make Spider-Verse too, because Spider-Verse is still the best.
True enough. That was fantastic. That was excellent. Yeah. We need more of that in Hot Toys too. What are the odds of that, you think?
Dude, I want a Miles Hot Toys Spider-Verse figure.
I want them all.
Yeah.
Really, I really want them. I want just about that. That I would totally get. I would get every figure from that. I would love to see 3A do those or something.
I was going to say Hot Toys is not the company I don't think to do the Miles. I don't think to do the Spider-Verse because I don't have the stylization.
Correct.
Kind of thing.
Right. Yeah,
I think you're absolutely right. It should be 3A because the Ashley Wood style kind of blends perfectly with that in a way. I want that Prowler. That Prowler would be so sick in that style.
Yeah. Kingpin be great. All right, boys. TJ, what else you got there, buddy? Anything else? What's your wrap up thought there? Let's put you on the spot.
I bought a new figure for like 2 weeks.
TJ
come out this weekend.
Out there's got something for TJ. Just DM him because he's
willing to drop cash.
I got PayPal money. I had a good weekend. I think I want to celebrate with a new figure.
There you go. Bravo.
I just while we were talking, dropped $80 at 1/6 kit. So I ordered a whole bunch of stuff.
What did we get? I ordered
the icon hands for Doctor Strange.
Okay, cool.
I hadn't ordered that yet. I hadn't ordered the skull.
I didn't even know that was a 1/6 kit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Get it. I ordered the scroll head. as well, the Talos.
Mhm.
And then we talked about this in a segment that I think is going to get cut out a little bit. I ordered the Luke Cage as well.
All right. Okay.
I want that Luke Cage.
I know that Luke Cage looks really good, man. And there was the Jessica Jones one that came out a while
That
ago.
did not look that good.
I thought it was okay.
Trevor, do you want to buy that?
Oh, you got it?
I'll bring it to your house.
I thought it was all right. It was
Wait, which Jessica Jones are you talking about?
There was two of them. There was an early one that wasn't that. Or was the early one the good one?
The early one's a good one. The
Yes.
new one is the bad one.
Yes, correct. Right. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
The new one is the one the people that did the new Luke Cage, Toyworks.
They did that one?
They did the newer Jessica
And it wasn't
Jones,
good.
and it is like they mutated a mole to be a human. Her nose is like pointy and pointed upwards. It looks god awful.
Yes,
I'm like,
okay,
who
all
even
right,
thought that this was okay?
Yeah, it's coming back to me now. I think I just scrolled by that. Yeah, but the first one was good.
The first one was good. I agree. I like the first one.
Yeah.
I need the Luke
And
Cage.
it was Toys R Us who did Power Man too, or Power Fist, right? Or Iron Fist.
Yes, they both actually. They
Power
both
Man
have
and Iron Fist. Yeah, Iron Fist. Yeah, they did Iron Fist.
They both have an Iron Fist as well. There's two Iron Fists as well.
Oh, are they really? Was it
Yeah.
Toys R Us was the good one though, right? Wasn't it?
Yes. Again, Toyworks did a bad one.
Yeah.
Toyworks, the only figure that they've done so far that is good, I think, personally, is the Luke Cage.
Is the Luke Cage? Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. All right, boys. It's a good show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you stayed with us this long, make sure you subscribe. We may be back live. I don't know. We enjoy the live. It's just a little difficult technically, but we'll do it again.
Yeah.
And make sure you subscribe to us and follow excludecollective.com for more information on when we're going to be on. And have a good one.
Oh, whoa, because I know.